This video provides an outline of the information for Back to School Night in 6th grade math with Linda White at Selwood Middle School. Since our students watch videos to learn in this class, I thought I'd give parents a chance to experience that as well. One important piece of information that you'll want, of course, is our class website. That is where your students access information every day for our class and where we have announcements and updates. Here in 6th grade math, we talk about a variety of topics throughout the year. I've listed them here so that you can kind of get an overview of what it is we'll be working on. We're starting right now actually with statistics, so this is not in order, but we're doing some work right now with different types of graphs to display data, and we'll be doing a project that will tie all of that together. We tend to do projects for each of our units in addition to all of the daily work that we do to learn new concepts. We also work on our Common Core math practices throughout the year. This is a list of the different practices. There are some that we focus on a little bit more than others. I'm very keen on this one here about persevering in solving problems. We do a lot of growth mindset work and talking about how we can push through when we're having a hard time with something. We also like to be able to reason, making sure our reasoning skills are getting stronger. We like to attend to precision as well, looking at those details. But all of these are important factors that we try to build, important qualities that we try to build in our students here in 6th grade. As you hopefully know by now, we have a flipped classroom, which just means that your students are doing what you're doing on a regular basis, which is watching videos. The difference is, of course, that they are taking notes, whereas you are not required to bring notes tomorrow based on this video, but they are on a daily basis. The daily work that we do in class is based on the lesson that they watch in the video, and that means the daily work can be a little bit more creative. We can do independent work sometimes, we can do partner or group work exercises, and it also allows me to differentiate with the material. So some students can work with me if they're having a harder time understanding something, while other students can kind of work ahead. It allows for students to work at their own pace at home as well. They can rewatch the video or pause the video as much as they need to. And in fact, I encourage all students to be doing lots of pausing in the middle of the video, and I love to hear that people have rewatched a video to make sure something makes sense. Because the lessons are introduced on video, it is very important that students have the video and their notes ready the day that they are due. They'll need to have those notes so that they can reference them in class and so that they understand the concept to the best of their current ability when we start using those skills in the classwork. So late work is accepted. It's only accepted until the following Monday, at which point it's no longer appropriate to bring that in for a grade. And if you do that, of course, you're only getting half credit, just because I really want to emphasize the fact that students need to get those in on time. Homework doesn't make up a large portion of the grade, but it is directly related to success in our class because you can't succeed with the work in class without the background information, and it tends to also carry over into the other 80% of the grade, which is assessments. The more students have their homework ready to go, the more they're keeping up with the work, the more they're understanding and can demonstrate that understanding. I know that family time is very important and sometimes opportunities arise, but vacations that are taken during our school year have a pretty big impact on our students and on our student learning. And I know that sometimes parents want to proactively, or families want to proactively prepare for that by asking for work in advance. Unfortunately, I'm no longer able to provide work in advance. So much of what we do is adaptive to where we are in the year and how I'm watching students progressing, and so I don't always have things prepared far enough in advance to meet that need. If students are gone, the great thing about flipped classroom is that they are able to watch the videos that they're missing while they're away so they can have them done when they walk in, and that is an expectation if students are taking vacation time. So come in ready to go and to be caught up with the videos that they missed. Additional work that we do in class or projects that we've worked on while they're gone should be made up when they come back to school. And students can come meet me personally and arrange to have a time before or after school to go over the work that they missed. I also know a lot of you might have questions about conferences and how we sign up for conferences in our class. Unfortunately, I have more students and families than I have slots for in conferences. And I really want to ensure equity in our conferences. And actually, I do that by doing the following. I have a list of students, or I will have a list of students that I'll compile that I want to target specifically for conferences, and I will send emails to those families specifically to sign up for conference slots. And they'll have the priority time to look through and make sure they have a chance to find a time that works for them. These are students that I might have behavior concerns, or I might just be a little concerned about how they're progressing, and it's really important that we have a chance to sit down and talk together. As for other families, if you don't receive an email from me, I'm more than happy to meet with you as well, but I will be doing that on a drop-off, or excuse me, a drop-in basis. So when you're here for your other conferences, if we're not already assigned a time together, you feel free to walk by, and if I'm not already with a family, I would love for you to come by and say hello, and we can chat briefly. But I really want to prioritize those families that I feel the need to meet with first, just because I do have more families than I have slots, and sometimes they fill up with so many families that I don't get a chance to meet with those students that I really feel a need for a conference. So I appreciate your understanding for that. That being said, even if we don't get a chance to meet during conference time, I do make every attempt to keep families up to date and informed with what's happening in our class. I send out frequent email blasts to let you know what's going on. I also try to kind of touch base with families throughout the year via email. I also do daily grade updates in what we have as our Synergy system, also known to you and your student as Parent View or Student View. And we keep regular updates, of course, on our website where I post the homework daily, so you can keep aware of what we're working on in class. And of course, you're always welcome to email me at lwhite1. That one is important. There's someone else in the district who's just lwhite, but feel free to email me at lwhite1, and I'm sure to get back to you in the next day. The hope is that everyone feels comfortable and aware with what's happening in our classroom. In one of our student videos, this would be the time when I would recap what it is that we have learned about. So I'll just remind us all that these are some basic pieces of information. I don't have time to go through it all during back to school night, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up and giving you an opportunity to kind of feel what it is that your students experience watching and listening to me via video. I look forward to working with you and your child throughout this school year, and I'm hoping to have a great 6th grade year with your family.